Hello there, welcome back to the Ottomans. Last time, well, we started a couple of wars around the end. As a funny little result of that, we have a problem. Or I have a problem, depending how you want to look at it. The Danes joined in, and, well, they aren't exactly small. They're going to be the second most annoying thing next to the Frenchies themselves. But it's solvable. It's not horrible, but it's not great either. Let's just be totally honest, this is a pretty awkward spot to be in, no matter how we, well, twist and turn it. What I'm going to do, however, is probably just march this army over to the other side, and I'm going to use that to destroy that Lithuanian army. After that, we're going to try and hunt down, well, some of the more annoying ones, like the Provence army, the Pomeranian one. But what I really need is, Pomerania, the Palatinate, Lithuania. I need to hunt down those armies, and the reason why is actually fairly simple. They give war score since it's a holy war, and by getting that war score I might be able to actually, pull a victory out of the hat here. But it all depends on how things, well, go down in the end. We'll see how it all plays out. Well, let's run. Let's run faster. The Danes have arrived with a huge army. Both the Danish and the Pomeranian army is incoming here. So what I think we do is simply abandon sieges and return to Valise. We're going to try and keep hold of the mountains of Valise, and hopefully we can make a stand there. This army here, unfortunately, is already locked in battle, so I'm going to retreat as soon as I can, and hopefully not lose too many men on the retreat. We're also going to, I think, go ahead here and use a 55,000 man army to get rid of the Lithuanian army that's currently stationed here. The second problem is that this army itself is the one with my general, which means that I have to wait until it gets into proper land before it can actually be, well, to some extent useful, really. And also, as you can see, I do have a little bit too few men in this area. If 7,000 men Salzburgian army, well, good to know. So yeah, I do have some issues that needs to be dealt with, and we'll see how it all plays out. So, we're attacking the Lithuanian army. We actually got a minus modifier, but Lithuanian tech is, well, very far behind. So, as you can see, the results are ridiculous. But, of course, with this, we do now put ourselves in a much better position. The Lithuanian army is gone. The Danish army is still up here causing a ton of trouble. But, heck, this is actually Daneland now, which is kind of weird, to be honest. And potentially I might actually have to try and force them to release some, well, minor provinces here. Potentially the release of Sweden would be hilarious, but that's not something we'll be able to pull in under this war, I'm pretty sure. So what we're aiming for here is getting done our war with everyone else, and then we'll decide on what to do after that. So, situation is actually fairly good right now. We are in charge per se, but we still have some, well, small but annoying problems. We are basically done with the first war against Switzerland, but I can't really do anything before I'm done with Danes as well. And this is going to be a little bit annoying because the target, Salzburg, is, well, almost done with. But I'm pretty sure that I can't actually make the deals that I want with the Danes. Basically just white peace here. Let us clear the offer. As you can see, they won't even take a white peace right now. But we could take a chance here. Pushing on this Danish army could potentially be a good idea. But I have no idea where the other half of their army is, and if I hit that, I'm going to get into a ton of trouble, because then I'm going to lose most of my army, and potentially lose the war. But I think we can afford to take the chance here, especially since the army decided to run. That is a good sign. And no, that's not a good sign. They joined up with another army, and even so, yeah, we are definitely losing this one. Let's retreat while we can. And with this, I'm pretty sure that the Danes won't actually give me the piece that I want either. So I should probably just have offered a concede defeat here. But I'm a little bit unsure what they're going to do with their army now. If they're going to follow me, then I might be in trouble. If they do not follow me, then I could potentially try and get some sieges going here that could, well, lead to victory. But once again, that's very doubtful. And I'm losing a ton of troops here simply walking home. So how far am I behind now on the manpower? 54,000 men. That is horrible. And we won't be investing in anything just yet. We might need those points. So, the goal will be to split this army into its regular troop size. And we'll wait for Denmark to, well, to some extent give up. And then we'll make peace. We'll see how it all plays out. So, as you can see, the Pomeranian and Denmark army So, I guess we're going to take quite a chance here. And I'm kind of sorry if I actually ended up here recording without actually saying anything. That is definitely kind of bad. Here's a very horrible thing that I'll be going to do now. I'm going to suffer a ton of attrition, and I'm going to set up a, well, 87,000 man army that I'm then going to march into Denmark in an effort to force them to, well, allow for the concession of defeat. Hopefully it will be enough, but who knows, it might not be. We'll figure that out very soon. I have no idea if I can catch that Pomeranian army, and I don't even know if I can defeat it, but I should be able to here. And hopefully this victory will be enough to just force or allow myself to concede defeat in this war. I hope that. I do hope that. So let's see here how the Danes feel about continuing this war. They're actually up for a white peace, so Salzburg, you are hereby promoted. Are you kidding me? I have to siege this. Damn it. So yeah, Salzburg just got themselves on my shit list, and they got themselves pretty far up, which is kind of impressive when you think about it. So we're going to do a little bit of, well, forcing, I guess I should say here. I'm tempted to try an assault. Yeah, that sacrificed a lot of my men for no good reason. And of course, when it comes to sieges, they run away. But we should be able to win the siege now without too much fuss. So I'm going to split up my armies here, try and make them into what they used to be, troop-wise, and we'll see how that actually plays out. Keep 2 armies there for, well, control purposes, but other than that we should be fine. I hope. So, I'll end the wars, and we'll see how it all turns out. So, Salzburg finally fell, but as you can see, manpower-wise, I am stretched. I am in ton of trouble. We're going to have to declare war on one province minor, as soon as this, well, situation is cleared up. So Salzburg has been vassalized. That is part of the agreement. Austria will also lose a ton of, probably a couple of provinces. We're going to take 2 just to try and see what we can pull off here. Or I might actually go for this instead. I think I can vassalize that little part of Austria. And with this, I won't go over the overextension limit, which would be rather bad. And also, I don't want to force them to lose any course if I actually end up vassalizing them, because as you can see, Flanders, I can give it to them. I can give them Bonn. I can give them most of the Netherlands. So it would make no sense to actually, well, destroy that. So with this, I hopefully can vassalize Austria next turn or next time. No, they're still a little bit too high, so I have to actually take Osmark as well. But we'll take that hopefully next time. We can now make peace with, I believe, both of these. So let's just white peace out with the Danes first. When it comes to this thing, I'll probably core it myself. It's probably a little bit of a bad choice, but I don't really have too many other options here. It cost me 73 points, but it's fine. Let's just get our diplomats back home and end the war with Switzerland here, and then we can try and sell as many provinces as we manage to before we, well, get into trouble. Don't want to take anything else potentially here. For now, I think we'll just leave it as it is. Taking anything else could be, well, beneficial, but once again, it won't really help me because of the simple fact that I will have to then core it myself. So let's just go for this deal. Emulate them as much as possible, and, well, the rest is history. So, all the deals have been done. Switzerland, or Savoy, has actually a militarist ruler now. Well, have they had it for a while? He's a Doge. Milan is definitely just... They just climbed up on my, well, target field. But of course, they're still allied with the Frenchies, so we're not going to do that. What we are going to do, though, is try and sell as many provinces as possible before we end that, or start a little war to get our manpower back. We'll see how that plays out. So, there we go. As you can see, Wales have gotten Norfolk and Essex, and Salzburg actually took Linz, which is pretty damn good. Because that puts me in a pretty terrific spot here, with my vassals having provinces. Problem, of course, is that Salzburg hates my guts, and that could potentially be troublesome when it comes to annexing them as a vassal. But for now, I think we will be fine. Byzantium, allies, Moldavia and Polotsk, not really, once again, scary looking creatures per se. And we're going to warn them for the sole purpose of regaining manpower, which now is 5,000 a month. So keeping this going for about a year or two will be enough. Really, it will be enough, which is the best thing about the entire plan. Now, second part of the plan, do I want to attack Bavaria? No, they're allied with France. That would be a horrible idea. What I do want to do, however, is upgrade everything, because I can. So, Absolute Rulership, level 20, Admin Tech has been granted. We can now use Absolute Monarchy and Republican Dictatorship. Not really that helpful. Diplomatic Tech, 20, Refineries. I can now build a Royal Palace. I believe that helps a little bit on my legitimacy. Damn, there's a lot of things I haven't built. Glorious Monument, we might as well start building them now. First, the Royal Palace, it gives a very little though, but it gives something, which is important. Admiralty, don't really have a navy to speak of so far, but that's fine. We do have a lot of money, so we can use everything. And we'll also go ahead and upgrade to line infantry. Level 21, infantry shock plus 0.5. It might be helpful, especially considering that it seems like we have been losing ground to, well, everyone. And apparently the French here might really screw me over in the next war. It'll definitely be an interesting one. Especially considering they have some very strong allies now. We'll have to see if we can rely on Savoy. Try and feed them Switzerland here. It could be a good, potentially a good thing. So at least as long as Savoy, Wales and Salzburg are militarist, I won't be doing too much on the annexation front. I'll try and keep them around for as long as possible. I'm a little bit unsure what I'll do with Auvergne. I will probably peacefully vassalize them down the line, but not right now, of course. How are we doing? Both of these are balanced, so not really anything I want to go after. How about the Knights guy? Nope. Pope, also kind. Let's see, who are Naples allied with? Austria, Bavaria. Bavaria will become leader, and then we'll have hell on earth with the French. So, the plan ahead now is that we use this phony war to regain our manpower, and I set up my troops again to, well, the perfect ratio. We'll see how that works out. I'm currently considering a war against England, and the reason is simple. They are currently without any allies, and I can most likely crush their army, so I don't really see any reason why I shouldn't. 60,000 men of my manpower pool has already recovered. We're going to get a little bit more in the month that's come. I might actually go ahead and build a couple more 20k armies, and the reason is simple. I can afford it. I have the army force limit gaps, and I will hopefully also have the manpower pretty soon, so it shouldn't actually be too much of a problem. It will also come very in handy if I'm to fight France, Bavaria, and Milan, Naples, a lot of these annoying little places, so to speak. But, yeah, we'll have to see how that plays out. For now, the war against England is going to take precedence, and I guess we'll just go for a show superiority war. Can I make peace now with Polotsk? A simple white peace? Nope, we're going to have to wait a little while longer. Might actually kill that Moldavian army just to get the speed up. So let's see how our battle against the English army here goes. Slaughtered. It wasn't a war, it simply was a, well, slaughter, as the words would suggest. So what I'm going to do is take actually a little bit of a chance. Can I? Yeah, you guys are going to London. I'm going to try and put these guys in Normandy. And if I can do that, then I'm basically sure that we won this war. Potentially I might actually lose the entire army and something else as well, but hopefully I won't. I'll probably also take Normandy and core it myself. It will be a good place to have, but I'm pretty sure the Frenchies will actually cause a lot of problems on that scale as well. If we check military armies total, Russia, then us, then France with 80,000 men. Bavaria has 36,000 now. So what I think, per se, is that I should... Well, I was thinking of trying to ally Russia, but they don't like me too much. And they, well, are stationed over here, so I guess it makes sense. But, as I said, the war against England here basically just a slowed now. All that we have to do is wait. We'll use the war against England and Polotsk as a smoke screen, allow our manpower to recover, and then we'll go off the French and Bavarian alliance and see how that works out. If we still have a militarist Stoke in, well, screw that. If we still have a militarist in both Salzburg and Wales, we can use them. And I'll be aiming to use them. I also need to take one more province from Austria before we can vassalize them and use them to take Flanders and Netherlands. So we'll see how that plan works out. But for now, I'll allow manpower to recover a little bit, and that's it. With the fall of London, I'm pretty sure that we can say that the war against the English is done. What I'm going to take here, I think, is Oxfordshire and Normandy. And I'm going not to take Kent here. It'll bring me dangerously high on the overextension limit, and I can't really sell anything because both Norfolk and Essex haven't been caught yet. And I don't really want to take that chance of taking too many provinces, since I can't actually hand them over straight away. It's potentially very dangerous, but what I might actually do instead is just take Kent then. What do I want to do? No, we'll take Oxfordshire. It should work out. Will it work out is another different matter entirely, but we'll figure it out. And we'll of course also take 500 ducats. That should work out. So that's our deal, and that's what we're going for. We're also at maximum manpower again, which also is great. Sacrifice 81 admin power here should be fine. Pretty sure that Wales won't buy Oxfordshire yet because they're overextended, and that is exactly right. So I'm going to keep my 20k army there to protect it. Not going to keep the 20k army in Normandy. Might actually toss up a bigger army here, but I'm a little bit unsure what I actually want to do and how I want to handle it. A little bit concerned right now how if I want to fight France or not is basically the question. I've added another 20k regiment to it, so we actually do have a ton of troops here. 40, 80, 100, 140, 160,000 we can put into this. But once again, France is a tough enemy. They're going to be annoying to deal with no matter what we actually do here. They've just had a war, so I'm a little bit unsure how this will actually play out. But the French are definitely going to be the ones in charge. Bavaria is going to be brought in. Milan is going to getting brought in. Tuscany potentially can actually be vassalized, I think. No, too big. So, do the Pope have claims on anything else I can use? Let's just take a quick little check here. Pope has just a Kronberg, but we're probably going to go after that one. Savoy, nothing. Wales, nothing. Salzburg, nothing, but as long as they have a militarist ruler, I don't really care. Oh, Giano. Good on you. So, potentially merchant republics can actually be useful, because it seems like they tend to choose militarist people, which is good. But, unfortunately, that is the end of this episode. We have taken England down to just 2 provinces in Europe, which is good. We'll go for another big war against France next time, and we'll probably have to go after cutting down 2, 3, 5, 6 provinces. What I might actually do here, I think, is move everything away from the battle zone. I might place 60, 80,000 troops in Normandy, and then we'll use the rest to fight, well, Bavaria and everyone else. That might actually work out, but I'm a little bit unsure how, or if it will. So I'll think on it until next time, then we'll see what we come up with. Thank you for watching. Please have a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. I do know I'm awful with troop movements right now, and I do apologize for that, but I still hope to see you next time. Bye!